What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at ya with another Infinity Kingdom video. And today, guys, we're going to be diving into the Illusion Battlefield, the event that just took place over the weekend, part of the new 1.3 update that just dropped recently. Now, we're in the battlefield right now. The first thing I noticed when I come in here is there's a couple of lizards. In fact, they kind of look like seals with tails and legs. Very strange creatures indeed. Anyway, let's get into the details on how this works. You can see we just saw a big central building in the middle, plus there are these altars as well, the sun and moon altar, and then you've got 4 different towers around the map. Now you can see in the bottom left hand corner of the map there's a bunch of yellow dots, and in the top right hand corner there's a bunch of red dots, and that's where the 2 teams are going. Ours in the bottom left hand corner. Now the way this works is you have to occupy the towers and the altars for as much time as you possibly can, and when you're doing that you're going to gain points, and whoever gets to 100,000 points will win. Before we get into it though, just take a look at this map. This map is absolutely awesome. What a design. These red cracks going through it, mountains and skeletons and trees and little creatures and stuff. The developers done a great job of designing this map. It looks absolutely awesome. I was really taken back by the graphics when I came in here. The battle has begun. Now when you go in here you can't just teleport straight to the altar. Oh no. You have to send a relocation march which sends a little carriage over to where you're going, and when you get there then your castle will teleport. Now I do have a bunch of skills available to me. Of course I chose the support class, which I mentioned in the stream the other day, and I've got a bunch of really good stuff here to use. And obviously this is the first time I've come into this arena, shall we call it, the battlefield, and I weren't too sure as and when to use them, so I was kind of holding off for the moment. It seemed like I was gaining points and eventually I would be able to use them. As you can see, my carriage is almost arriving at the sun altar, and there it is. It goes in now, and great, my castle is teleported. Now be careful when you get there, because as you can see I tried to occupy the sun altar immediately, not realizing there is actually a little construction time once you actually arrive, and of course it sent my march from the bottom left hand corner on a 5-minute march up to the sun altar. You can see 210, the timer runs out. Now my castle's ready to send a march out, so just wait a few seconds. I think it's like 5 seconds before you actually go and send that march, otherwise you'll be doing what I've done and sent a 5-minute march across the map, even though you've just spent 3 minutes trying to get there. So a little bit of a mistake on my part, but again, making these kind of mistakes is how we learn. So I know next time to not send my march until my construction time finishes on my castle. As you can see, we're doing a great job in getting these towers. We've already got tower number 3, tower number 1, and we've also taken tower number 4 in the bottom right hand corner, which is pretty good. So you can see red on the map there is really just got the 1 tower and their altar. So starting off with a head start is definitely the way you want to go into this. As you can see, these guys focused on tower number 2 and just the altar below it, and that's definitely put them on the back foot to going straight into this battle. I must admit though, the towers look awesome. These like white cubes that are animated and move, and then of course you've got the day and nighttime cycles in here as well. And when it goes night in here, it looks even better. I mean, the moon altar has this little glowing little moon that appears above it, which looks absolutely awesome. And the sun, well, the sun altar, of course, has a sun above it. But I was just really enjoying the graphic changes and stuff inside here. It was a lot of fun to see. 10 minutes into the battle, though, the shield does pop on the central tower, and it's now time to try and take this. This is what you want to take, because this is where you get a lot of points from during the course of the match. You can see Last Dragon, one of our strongest players, going in. As soon as he goes in, there is an occupation time of 3 minutes. He has to hold it for 3 minutes before he can start accumulating points on it. So you can see I'm sending a march in from quite some distance from the sun altar, but my march is going to do something that not everybody's will do. Being part of the support class, I can activate this ability here, Quick Occupy. Okay, there it goes. And what that basically means is as soon as my march enters that central tower, it's actually going to reduce the time that's left to occupy it. So, for example, if you've got 4 or 5 support players on your team when you go in, or maybe more, when your main guy takes it, get your support players to reinforce it immediately with that ability activated, And that 3-minute occupation time is going to literally drop. Look at this. 1 minute 10, 1 minute 9, 1 minute 8, 44 seconds. And it stacks if other people are using it. So you can actually reduce that occupation time by a huge amount. Plus, by sending marches in, you're sending garrisons in. Really just makes it good so you can get points early on and hold on to it. Now, of course, once all the forts were taken and we took control of the central tower, it didn't take too long for the fighting to break out. As you can see, Dragon's got all of his garrisons out right now on towers, and this Sensui is taking advantage of it. Looks like Tobin just went up and burnt the Sensui guy. Because remember, in Infinity Kingdom, you can attack, and that's all well and good, but if you haven't got another march in your castle as a garrison that's a decent sized march, you're open to attack. And of course, if your prosperity goes to 0, because every time you get hit, you lose prosperity. If you hit 0 in here, you get sent to the void. You go to a void where you can't play for a minute. You're timed out for a minute. And then when you come back, you're back in the corner of the map. And you have to then send a march out again just to relocate where you need to go. So there's a very tactical element to burning people. You can really mess the other team up if you start hitting their castles and sending them to the void. As you can see, Tower 3 still in control. We've got a Kamone over there holding down that one. Central Tower is still in our control. 43 minutes left of the match. We're starting to get a commanding lead as well. A march comes in and we do lose a couple of garrisons. You can see my garrison's gone out and someone else's has as well. We still have 4 solid garrisons in there to hold though, and they managed to hold off. As you can see, my Sun Altar now is under attack. A march coming in, and they do manage to defeat all 3 of our garrisons. Wow, that was a big hit. This Geralt guy causing me some problems right now, and I didn't know what to do at this point. I'll be honest. You can see the red circle starting to go around on the tower. He's starting to occupy it. I wasn't sure what the next play would be, but I saw the expel button, and I thought, well, expel, surely I want to use this. I want to get rid of him, so I guess that's what that means. I clicked it, and I sent my march in, and check this out. March goes flying in, and get out the Sun Altar, sunshine. That's my fault. Get out. And I reclaimed it. Now, again, this is one thing I really like about this event. He can put his troops in now, but other people can't very quickly rain it. You know what I mean? They can't reinforce it too quickly. Unless their fort is, or their castle is next to this altar, it's going to take seconds or minutes for them to get here. So we can keep on hitting him and push him back out. You can see I just hit and lost, and then Silver goes in and knocks him out. Gonna go put the garrison in. This Geralt guy from Guild 4 is really gonna struggle to take this altar on his own when me and Silver are both pushing him out, and he knows this, and now he's changed tactics and he starts to attack Silver. He knows that if he pushes Silver away from this, if he goes 1v1 versus me, he probably will be able to do it because he is a stronger player. As you can see, I'm speeding marches in now to him, starting to attack the level 28 castle myself now. And he's now attacking me back. Okay, guys, we got ourselves a fight by the looks of it. As you can see, he is sending 2 marches to me. Now, what I decided to do at this point was pull my water march from the central tower. I'm under attack. I need my garrisons, or my troop marches, should I say, to help me win this fight I'm about to embark on. So 45 seconds and my big 50,000 power water march will be back in my castle, and then I can really hit this guy for some prosperity damage. But he ain't waiting around. He is continuing to attack me, and I am continuing to attack him, and it's going to be a case of who can push who out of this Sun Altar first. That's basically what's going down right now. We're doing pretty good damage. He's down to 8,700 prosperity. I've still got 14,000, so I'm beating him on the prosperity battle. I can see one of my guys are trying to pull over. You can see a green square has appeared. One of my guys are coming, and a blue one above. Here comes the water march. It's coming in. You can see my troops returning to my castle. And I was watching it come back in. Just hurry up, get back in my castle so I can send you out to attack him. And here goes the water march, led by the mighty Merlin. He's coming in now. Let's see if we can take out this Geralt guy and finish him off and get him out. I'm going to send an earth march at him as well. You can see I've got backup coming. It's on its way, guys, but we're going to get rid of this guy before it gets here. 2,000 prosperity left on his castle. Is this the hit? Let's have a look. He's out of here. Now, he did reinforce the Sun Altar before he got ported out, and his mates are trying to reinforce it. We're not going to allow that to happen. We're going to go straight into the Sun Altar now and expel his troops. Get out. And I have reclaimed it. Now, we did reclaim it. We held it down for a bit longer. You can see we're down to 31 minutes on the timer. And another player came in. And this one was quite strong. He had less power than me overall. But his troop power was like nearly 90,000. Like, he was really strong. And it's this 9 guy just above here. You can see me and Longshot Josh here trying to take control of Sun Altar. And it wasn't going too well. This guy just kept knocking us out. You can see we're going back in to garrison it. Again, bringing your troops back, letting it refill, sending it back to make sure I've got maximum troops inside Sun Altar. This 9 guy, after we pushed him out a couple of times, again, changed tactics and started attacking me. So now I'm having to deal with this guy coming at me, and my prosperity is already quite low. I'd already taken quite a lot of damage from the previous fight I just done. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to withstand too many attacks from this 9 guy. And as we fast forward, you can see, even though my guys came over to help, you can see they're now attacking him and knocking his prosperity down. He's still got 22,000 prosperity. And this attack coming right now could be the one that sends me to the void. And I'm kind of glad it did, because I get to see what happens when it does happen. And I get to show you guys what happens when you do go to the void. Also, please bear in mind, none of the troops you use inside Illusion Battlefield die, you know. Teleporting is free. You don't have to use tons of like speed up boots and stuff. You just use 1 boot, you know, to speed up your march, and that's it. So as far as cost goes, it doesn't really cost anything to play this event, but it is a hell of a lot of fun. As you can see, I'm still waiting to get back into the battle. I've got 20 seconds, and while I'm waiting, you can see that Dragon has gone in for a massive attack on Lord of Jin, the level 33 castle for their guild, one of their biggest players. And Dragon going in with multiple marches right now, trying to get rid of him out of the battlefield. Big hit coming in. That's going to take him down to 268 prosperity, almost pushing him out. And I believe J Terror, I didn't get it on camera, I think J Terror ported in and took him out. But right now, I'm back on the battlefield, and I need to get my butt over to Sun Altar, because this is where I'm kind of working on for this particular fight today. And looking at my skills, I didn't really want to use anything at this point. I kind of wanted to use that, the ambush, which is at 80% speed up to get my relocator march over there so I can transport. But I wanted to save it. Going forward a bit more, you can see I'm finally over there, and this time we brought back up. You can see we've got plenty of green castles over here now to try and fend off these blue guys, and 9 is going to be the target of choice because he just ported me out, and there's nothing better than sweet revenge. It's time to dominate, guys. Let's go in and hit this 9 guy. I've sent 2 marches at him. First one burns him. Let's go. 3,000 prosperity drop. Second one, 3,000 prosperity drop. He's down to 12,000 prosperity. Monet comes in with the big hit of over 4,000. Absolute monster hit. He's on fire and he's in big trouble. You can see that Longshot Josh now walking in. Monet's going in for his second attack on 9. I'm also sending my marches up. 2 attacks go in. And it's a defeat. And it's a victory. Nice. So this guy is putting his garrison in and he's removing it. Trying to reduce the amount of damage he's taking so he doesn't pull it out. My 2 attacks go in. And both of my attacks lose, unfortunately. Look at this. Defeat, defeat. He's still holding on with 25 prosperity. Oh my goodness. And he must have pulled his garrison out at that point. You see his troops just leave his castle to attack Monet. Well, right now he's open and he's vulnerable. Longshot Josh taking full advantage. And get out of here, 9. We finally take this guy out. And while this battle's going on, we're putting our garrisons back into Sun Altar to make sure we can hold it down and stop these guys from taking it. Ucan is the one that's left at the top, the level 27 castle. We want to get this guy out of here too, because he is still attacking us. And as you can see, the marches are starting to converge. Awesome stuff. Absolutely awesome. I'm speeding my water march in. It's my strongest march. So let's go in and do it. Me and Monet going in together. Bang! And he's out. Awesome stuff. Let's get it, baby. Okay, Tower 1. Now look, I'm going to show you a little strat here, guys. Check this out. So Tower 1 is here. You can see the blue square, right? Now I need to relocate there. If I relocate onto that blue square, it doesn't matter whether this guy's been marching for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You know, his march is going to get cancelled. So I use the ambush skill for my support class and I fire my relocator march in. Now, it would normally take me about 3 minutes to get over to that square because it's at the top of the battlefield, right? But because I'm using the ambush, it's 80% speed up. And it's done that for a reason. It's called ambush. You're ambushing their teleporter site to stop them from getting there. So this guy might have been marching for 2 minutes. He'll have to walk back 2 minutes and then have to resend again. And what you're doing by doing that is delaying them from coming over. You don't want them to put their castles near your castles or near the fort. You want to stop them from being able to get there. If they want to attack you, do it from 3 minutes away, mate. We don't want you coming nowhere near our castles. We don't want you to push our castles into the void by attacking us. So hopefully this ambush march will stop that. And you can see another blue square has appeared below. Here comes the caravan right now. Speeding up. Here he comes, nice and quick. I love the fact that you get little light lanterns and stuff on your marches when it goes nighttime. It looks awesome. So there we go. I've relocated in. His march now gets cancelled, and he'll be walking back in a couple of minutes now before he can resend. So I've delayed him coming over, and you can see more blue squares are appearing. And we were saying in the Discord call, guys, you get a cooldown as well, by the way. 2 minutes 46. You can't keep teleporting around. You do get a cooldown. We're saying to the guys, look guys, you know, let's make sure we teleport onto these targets. You can see Pitbull's just ported up and cancelled another one out, or he's about to. And you can see that another green arrow is coming down towards this blue square here. Coming in from Sweet Chaos, look, level 29 castle. Sweet Chaos coming in with the caravan. Gonna park herself there, and no, you're not coming. And we were basically just locking down the forts this way around the edge of the map, which was really, really good. And if they did get someone over, you just need to attack them and stop them. But moving on towards the end of this, as you can see, we had a dominating lead. We did take full control. We had the center one, and ultimately we got the victory. MVP as well, you get an MVP notification, which I think is actually pretty sweet. Monet, who is actually a free-to-play player inside our game, he just grinds the game really heavily, became MVP. And our first Illusion Battlefield was an absolute victory, which was absolutely awesome. We destroyed the opponent, we absolutely dominated, 100,000 points to 31,000. And we were equal on power, we just managed to have slightly better strats from the start. But ultimately, an awesome job from TWK on their first outing into the Illusion Battlefield. Guys, I give this update, or this part of the update, absolute 10 out of 10. Because it is so much fun. It doesn't cost much to actually play it at all. Like, literally nothing. Free teleports and everything. I mean, what more do you want? Free-to-play players are going to absolutely love this event. And especially the matchmaking. The matchmaking matches you up with a pretty even guild to what your alliance is like. So you're not going to get some massive alliance which is going to completely dominate you. And the last thing I want to mention about it is the fact the rewards were actually pretty good. I was actually pleasantly surprised. For such little input, they're very generous with what they give back. You can see 2 sections of victory rewards. I got 3 Philosopher's Stones, loads of like 400 gems. I got some 3-hour speed ups, which are really valuable. Plus some Alliance shop coins, another 200 gems. I mean, this was really, really good. Ultimately, a fantastic event. You know, you've got to try this out. It's hella fun. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe for more Infinity Kingdom content. The download link for Infinity Kingdom is below. But until next time, stay safe and of course, peace out.